It's in the first of these two episodes, Pizza Party, that we get Moon's motivations for siding with Mina. The chicken thing has crowed, Mina has returned, and once again demanded that Eclipsa surrender. Specifically, Moon wants her to leave Muni with her family and go live out their days somewhere else. Which, strangely enough, is another parallel between this finale and the last few episodes of Game of Thrones. Anyone who hasn't seen the most recent episode of that show is going to have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's still an interesting coincidence. Mina, though, decides that she doesn't care what exactly Moon wants to happen, that she's going to follow through on her oath to Solaria and destroy all monsters and kill Eclipsa, because, you know, she's the queen of monsters. And this episode does sort of help us understand why Mina is so devoted to Solaria. The very beginning of the episode is a flashback to when Mina was chosen for the Solarian Warrior program. We can see that Solaria literally lifted her out of the dirt as part of her racist campaign against monsters. But still, I can understand why that would inspire such care and devotion from Mina. But yeah, Mina intends to go back on her agreement with Moon, at which point Moon tries to strip the new Solarian warriors of their magic, and she can't, because even though she gave them that power, their oath was to Solaria, so only Solaria can take it away. Imagine that. Moon cast magic that she didn't fully understand, and now she's getting screwed over for it. This has never happened before, and I definitely don't think that she should have learned her lesson by now. Star is, of course, pissed that Moon has sided with Mina. I don't see how she's ever going to be able to forgive her mom for this, and frankly, I don't think that she should. Between this and the yurt village full of bigots, I don't think that she should forgive Moon. They've been talking about how the previous generation of humans and monsters, at least the majority of them, are sort of a lost cause, and we have to look to the next generation. I think at this point we have to accept that Moon is part of that lost cause generation. I don't think River is. I don't even think River knew about Moon's part in any of this. He still is very dedicated to saving Globgor and the others afflicted by the Solarian mark. But I do think Moon is, and that's such a shame. Eclipsa does surrender the wand to Moon. She does try to comply. Mina won't let her. Mina is still going to kill all of the monsters. We do learn that it's specifically to protect the monsters from being killed by Mina that Moon teamed up with Mina in the first place. She thought that teaming up with Mina would give her a certain amount of power over Mina, since her plan was to retake the throne, and she thought that Mina was loyal to the throne, not realizing that she's specifically loyal to Solaria and no one else. It does kind of make sense from the standpoint of an intelligent plan, or at least it would if Moon hadn't created a whole bunch of more Solarian warriors. That's the part of this that really gets me. That's the part that doesn't really make sense. Seeing Moon with the wand again, though, the Magical High Commission are ecstatic. They think things are going to go back to the way that they were back when Moon was queen and there is a status quo. But Hekapoo is at least smart enough to realize that Mina's going to screw everybody over. So she leaves a duplicate of herself behind at the pizza party that the episode is named for, and opens a portal, leaves, and goes and saves the main characters, effectively, taking them to the tavern at the end of the multiverse, which is a fun little reference to Hitchhikers. Like, I don't really know why specifically they decided to make that reference here, but it's still a cute reference to see so close to the end of the series. So, while River is still trying to get Globgor and the other people injured by the Solarian mark to the Glossric well so that they can be healed, Star, Eclipsa, Marco, Moon, Hekapoo, and we see in a minute Glossric are all chilling out at this tavern. This is where we get the reference to Eclipsa at least thinking that Moon was the one who convinced Romulus to free Globgor from the crystal, that I did mention previously in another review, that I still don't think makes sense, but whatever. This is also where, though, when Star realizes that Glossric is there, she declares that she wants a word with him and actually climbs through his eye into I guess it's the glossaric dimension. She angrily declares that she has come to the realization that magic, bad. That her family causes more problems with magic than it solves. Which does tie back into the themes of this season, that monsters, and probably humans, would actually be better off if the humans hadn't had all that powerful magic with which to oppress the monsters in the first place. But Star's solution is to take after Toffee and destroy magic. And we even get a little cameo from, not a real Toffee, but Toffee, which means that Toffee did show up in the series before the end, again, technically speaking. It's not exactly how I theorized that he would, but I'll put that in the win column. I am that petty. Anyway, when Star makes this declaration, Glossaric takes her away to the grandma room, where images of all of the previous rulers of Muni, I was going to say her ancestors, but they aren't really her ancestors, are they? Are all looking stoically, angrily, disappointedly. I can't really tell what emotion they're supposedly trying to convey. At Star's finished tapestry, which shows her and the other human and monster characters, the other characters from Muni, standing triumphant after Mina having been defeated. Because, keep in mind, Mina's powers are magical. Without magic, she would be defeated. But Marco isn't there, and Star realizes that, and so she is informed that if she destroys magic, magic will put everybody back where they belong, returning Marco to Earth, and he and Star won't be able to see each other anymore. But despite that, despite the fact that they just recently got together, she decides that destroying magic is still the best option to save the most people, and so she returns to the tavern and declares her intention to destroy magic. I don't think she's gonna. I've talked about that in a previous review. I think she's gonna end up changing magic instead, therefore changing everything else in sort of a ripple effect. But I have to admit, realizing that the best villain of the series was right, that magic has to be destroyed for people to be as happy as they can possibly be, and then sticking to it, and actually having her destroy magic, would be a really ballsy way to end the series. It would, I think, both literally and figuratively drain the magic out of the show in hindsight, but it would still be a ballsy way to go out. All that said, though, there isn't a whole lot more to say about these episodes. I did neglect to mention that Mina hasn't started killing any more monsters yet because she wants Globgor to be there so that she can kill him too. She is that kind of villain crazy. So far no one else has died, but Quirky Guy still dies. He still dies in these episodes because of what Mina did, because of what Moon allowed her to do. But for the most part, not much happened here. These were just setup episodes again. They positioned everyone in the positions that they're going to need to be in for the finale to happen. That's really the purpose of these episodes. That's really why they were here. We have Hekapoo possibly poised to redeem her character. I certainly hope she does. I like her a lot. And despite the fact that I've kind of been dancing around it, I haven't really said it yet, I've kind of been dancing around it, I think Mina is a pretty lame villain. Man, the kingdom has never been in a worse spot than it is right now. Like, Meteor literally stripped everyone in the kingdom of Muni of their souls, and I still think that the kingdom is worse off now than it was then. But yeah, these two episodes really felt like the early moves in a game of chess, where the two players are getting their pieces into position for more complex plays. Though I have to admit, the stuff in the grandma room was that fun, cool kind of surreal that I really like. I enjoyed that stuff a lot. Oh, and before I forget, Jennah got another real Jennah moment in this episode where she opened up in a talk with Quirky Guy just before he died, and she lamented that she's always tried to be cool but never really ended up as anything more than quirky, but that led to a personal revelation that Quirky is cool. And that did validate Quirky Guy's existence and allow him to die happy. It was a subtle little moment, but it was cool and it was poignant, and I like that it came from Jennah. I like that she's getting so many humanizing moments here at the end. All of that said, though, as per usual, I'd like to know, what do you guys think of these two episodes, if you have seen them? let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. Guys, this is it. The only episode I have left to talk about is the finale, which is airing tomorrow. I am planning to have a live stream where I live react to the finale. I'm not going to react to it as it airs on television because I don't have a way to set up my recording to do that. I'm instead going to wait until the episode goes up online and then watch it online and react to it in a live stream then. That'll also set the live stream a little later in the day, allowing some of you guys to actually, wake up in time for it. I'll probably have it sometime around noon on Sunday. I hope all you guys show up because I expect it to be a lot of fun. And then once I have watched the episode in the live stream, I'll put together my notes on it and maybe even have the review out the same day, but it's more likely it'll go out Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, come to the live stream, experience this episode with me for the first time, at least for me, for the first time. I'm sure plenty of you guys will have already watched it by then. Either way, though, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.